Hi everyone! This video is a breakdown video about my eyeshadows, especially about my eyeshadow palettes. There is a certain uniqueness about the textures, and I think this is the reason why they are so successful. My eyeshadows are pressed pigment eyeshadows. They are rich in pure pigments, highly concentrated. They contain a large quantity of real crushed pearls. They're based on mica. They're buttery, creamy, easy to blend, long-lasting, water resistant, rich in moisture, and they prevent early aging. The whole range of my eyeshadow shades are in total 68. Two of them are the Blackest Black Eyeshadow Matte and the Blackest Black Gold Rush. They are not included in the palettes. So there are 66 colorful eyeshadows, which come all together in the both 28 palettes and the 10-piece palette. So it means 28 and 28 are 56, another 10 in the 10-piece palette are 66 altogether. All eyeshadows come in different palettes. In the 28 artist palettes, one with the green-brown colors and the other with the purples and the blues. The 10-piece palette with basic colors, 13 different 5-piece palettes, which are doubled in the 28s. All eyeshadows are available as single eyeshadows, which may also be used as refills for all palettes. Pressed pigment eyeshadows need a different behavior from the makeup artist or the makeup lover. First of all, use a thick, fluffy brush, not a flat brush, or not a too fluffy and too soft brush. Then take the brush, press it slightly onto the eyeshadow, moving it from side to side to pick up the product, and then tap a little bit. Press the product onto the eyelid, and you will see full coverage of the product on the lid. A small flat brush is great for picking up the lighter tones of the eyeshadows, for popping up the inner corner of the eye. What I like to do most of the time is taking my finger as an applicator, picking up the product. It has full coverage. I'm working with it like a cream. I'm blending it onto the skin and it moves like a cream. There are 4 different textures. I'll take the first one, which is the matte texture. This is the smoke from the Purple Blue 28. Okay, 1 stroke, full coverage. The second one is the metallic. I'll take the Cool Bronze from the Green Brown palette. 1 swipe, full metallic coverage. The third texture is the Duochrome. This is the Calypso Blue from the Purple Blue. You see this crazy game between the different pearls. There are blues and purples inside. And the fourth one is the sparkling texture. This is the aluminum from the Green Brown palette. Okay, this is a sparkling, sparkle, dynamic, different sizes of pearls sparkle. Hello, Mrs. Future. Ooh. Now I'd like to talk about the color constellation and the reason why the shades are positioned like that. This is the Green Brown palette. Here we have brown shades, green shades, some nudes which are neutral, and also some old rose shades. We'll talk about them later. But I did also, because as a makeup artist, or at least me, this is what I like to do. I like to work with cool tones or with warm tones. I don't like too much to mix both with each other in the same look. So I created this constellation like that we have in this column cooler brown tones besides the warmer brown tones. So when I do a makeup look, I usually use only the cool tones or only the warm tones. You may mix them also. It's just my personal opinion, but it's easier to understand the shades when they're organized like that. Then we have the greens that are warmer here. These are warm, they have like a yellowish undertone. And then we have the greens here that have like a grayish undertone, they're like cool. So I would also recommend to mix or to combine these greens that are warm with these browns that are warm too. These cool browns mixing with the grayish greens, the cooler greens, will look amazing too. Now we have here two turquoise colors, just to twist and mix a little bit. These turquoise are a little bit like bright, and bright colors match very well with warmer tones. So they're beautiful also with the warm browns. They're also very beautiful with the nudes. You can see them one beside each other. So you can understand also through the position of, if you look or through columns, or if you look at square positions like 4 eyeshadows beside each other, they can also create like a mini palette of regular eyeshadow palettes. So it looks like this is a palette, this is a mini palette, and this could be a mini palette. So you can also combine always the ones that are beside each other. We have 2 eyeshadows here that are different. They're not different in texture chemically, but they are for us as a makeup artist or just someone that loves makeup, because I like to blend always my eyeshadows or the finishing, not like maybe a transition tone between the eyeshadows to the skin tone. I usually used to use a bronzer for that, but bronzers sometimes look like too orangey or too reddish on the skin. So I created this eyeshadow, which is the suede. It's 58V. I did the numbers and I don't remember the numbers. I'm crazy. But anyway, this is the suede color. This color is almost transparent. It can be also used as a regular eyeshadow. It covers well, but it looks super natural for like a TV makeup or everyday look. But it's an amazing transition color. Then I also dreamt of a transition color that could be, or a finishing color that could be a little bit luminous, like a shimmer, but not glittery. So this is this one. It's the Skin number 75S. So this is also like very light covering and blending well, but also very useful as a regular eyeshadow on the eyelid. It's just a little like a shimmery natural coverage. That's it for that. Now I'd like to show you a few looks that I will create with this palette on light and dark skin. First, I'm applying my eyeshadow base in number 1. If you're using another eyeshadow base, then I would recommend one that is not so dry, because dry bases are not such a good base for pressed pigment eyeshadows. The eyeshadows will maybe like won't move and won't blend well. But if you have oilier skin or very oily eyelid, then I would recommend the drier eyeshadow base. And if you do use mine, then you can a little bit go over with some powder. First look I want to show you is a look with browns, warm look with bronze and browns together. The first eyeshadow I'm going to use is the Ochre number 61P. Then I'm going to use Arizona 88V. Next, I'm going to take the terracotta shade for blending these eyeshadows, going inwards into the socket. And for more blending, I'm going to use Sandstorm 90V. I want to add a little bit more from the Arizona. And for a final transition from eyeshadows to skin, I'm going to use the Suede 58V. Now, on the center of the eyelid, I'm going to pick up some of the cool bronze with my finger. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take the Arizona again. For the center lower lash line, the cool bronze. For the inner corner, I'm going to take the Sienna 50M. Now the last step is to blend a little bit the lower lash line. There is a little bit kind of a harsh line, and I'm going to use again the suede. Now I'm going to create a more colorful look with this palette, and I'm starting with the cream eyeshadow 21S. And I'm going to apply it on the inner corner. I'm going to use the golden aquamarine, it's 86p. And for the outer corner, I'm going to use the cloudy blue 17M. Next, I'm going to enhance a little bit more the socket, the crease, with the Skin 75S. And I'm going to blend a little bit more with the golden aquamarine in the lower crease area. Have to blend it out a little bit and upwards. The brow bone I'm going to brighten up a little bit with the cream shadow. And I want to enhance a little bit more the cloudy blue. It's a duochrome, a turquoise with gold. So when you blend a little bit the eyeshadow, sometimes they fade away. The tear duct and the inner corner I'm going to pop up a little bit with the aluminum. It's the number 10M. Now I'm going to blend the eyeliner pencil with my Blackest Black eyeshadow Gold Rush. Now to finish the lower lash line, I'm going to use the eyeshadow Shell 64V. Now I'm going to set the eyeliner pencil in the waterline with the Flamingo eyeshadow. It's a matte eyeshadow, 57V. Now with Shell, again, I'm going to inwards, I'm going to enhance a little bit more the inner corner under the brow. On Rachel, I want to create a look with these shadows with the Antique Olive and the Pinia. I think in the inner corner I'm going to add also the Sienna. I want to challenge myself now. Her lids are totally clean and I'm going to apply the eyeshadows on bare skin without any primer, without any base or foundation or concealer on the eyelid. And I'm just going to use my fingers with the eyeshadows on her bare skin. Tapping motions, I'm applying the eyeshadow onto the lid. Now while I'm tapping, I'm also a little bit like wiping it onto the eyelid. Next, I'm going to use the Pinia for the outer corner. Now for the inner corner, I'm choosing the Sienna. And this is a duochrome, which is super rich in brown, gold, and green pigments. So this is popping the inner corner like a golden, I don't know how to say what it can be in more golden gold like this. Now I want to emphasize the crease, so I'm going to use the umber and going into the socket in round motions and to the inner corner, really close to the eyebrow and out. Brow bone, I'm going to use the satin tan and lightening up a little bit under the brow. And now I'm going to use my eyeliner pencil number E08. I'm starting on the lower lash line, going upwards. With the small brush number 4, I'm taking a little bit from the Pina eyeshadow, the one that I've used on the outer corner, and I'm going to dab it onto the eyeline where the pencil is. Next, I'm going to set the eyeliner pencil on the waterline with the emerald green. The duochrome eyeshadow from the inner corner, I'm going to bring it down to the lower inner corner, to the tear duct. So the former number 11 and the umber eyeshadow from the socket, I'm going to blend the lower line a little bit more and soften the harshness.